when you're out at F.T.W. Ranch, you don't pass up rocks like this and not shoot off of them. Dave, what's this course of fire called?
Here we're at the rock and roll.
Rock and roll. A bunch of different rocks.
That's right. Some standing shots, some kneeling shots.
Cool, very cool. So we've got the new Ruger RPR from the custom shop, the Ruger Custom Shop. Thought this is a fun little test of the gun. This is what this gun's built for. So we'll walk through it and you kind of help me out, coach me up, and we'll try to get some hits.
I think we can show you some good tricks.
All right, let's do it. All right, so what do we got, Dave?
All right, so probably a standing shot here.
Okay.
It's a red target, 250 yards away.
All right.
So show me how you would set up on this rock.
All right. So being lefty, I kind of want to see if I can bipods are gonna. Let me get a bag.
Okay.
Try a bag. And kind of. That's not bad.
Right. Let's try one thing. I'm going to raise your rifle just a bit, just because that buckle's here, that hard on hard contact. Let's flip that over.
Okay.
That might just help just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And I do like the way you have your anchor, or your elbow anchored on this rock.
And you know, even though my arm's kind of flapping out here, since I've got, it just kind of worked out where the magazine is resting, it feels pretty solid.
Yep, you look good. A lot of times I'll see folks set up on the rock like this. They'll use their bipod and the back of their body is just out here floating, yes,
yeah.
and surrounding, instead of just making themselves one with the rock, getting another anchor point on the back of the gun.
Gotcha.
That's super important. So
all right.
You just assess your reticle movement. If it's acceptable, then we'll see if we can get a hit.
All right.
Nice. Now, were you able to see your impact?
Yeah, left.
Yeah. See, that's important. The way you can look at your position and maybe it's stable, but will it fall apart after your first shot?
Yeah.
Right. And yours didn't. You saw your impact was left. We feel the wind out here today. There is a little bit of right to left. Okay. So in your follow-up shot, you could compensate for that because you were able to actually see your impact.
So I will say one thing is we've been shooting a lot of different guns out here. And this trigger is the Trigger Tech trigger that comes in this gun. It's really nice. It's a little lighter than what I was ready for.
Okay.
And I would say it probably went off a little bit sooner than what I was ready. But I mean, I like a light trigger. I just wasn't used to it. I don't have a lot of time on this one.
Well, we've got some more shots to make.
All right. Now, we're gonna go down below, huh?
Okay, yeah, so we've got a window cut of here. So it's either gonna be a seated position or possibly a kneeling position, but you're gonna find that you might wanna use your bipod, but you're just not gonna have the space to get it done. But try it out and see what it does.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yes, it's just a little bit too much of a confined space.
Okay.
Right, so we can use a bag again. We can put those up. So you've chose sort of a kneeling position, and that's good. Most of the time though, we'll find people, they'll always use the wrong knee. So if they had no natural support, they'll use their knee to support the rifle.
Right.
And then if they do have natural support, they leave that same knee up. Well, instead of doing that, if you have a rock to rest it on, just switch your knees so that you have another anchor point for your elbow. And you've done that with your left knee, I see.
All right, so I mean, yeah, I mean, this feels pretty good, but I'm still kind of wobbly out this way.
Right, so I think we could do a couple of things to improve your position. I've got a pack here.
Yeah.
If I can figure out a way to fill that gap between your knee and your elbow.
Yeah.
Something like this.
Yeah. Let's see.
We'll see if this is gonna lock you in a little better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I also see how you've chose to use this rock and lean up against it. People always find horizontal support, but sometimes not the vertical support that keeps their body from wiggling from side to side like that.
Yeah, so I could almost even cheat just a smidge this way to let me really lean into that. All right, this feels pretty good.
And then just looking at your position, I'm looking for any kind of like muscle strain. It looks like your muscles are all relaxed and you should have just very minimal reticle movement.
Very minimal. And give it a shot?
Yeah, let's do it. Well, that works.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, I felt rock solid, so to speak.
Right.
All right, next position.
Yep, good. We've got a lot of other stuff to see. All right,
right.
it's our second position. Go ahead and try that rock out.
Okay, let's see here.
Gonna have a set of red targets. They're 250 yards.
I keep wanting to use these bipods.
And it might work on this one. You'll notice it's a little bit shorter, right? Your other
Yeah.
rock was about this tall,
Yeah.
and this one's just a bit shorter.
Oh, it's kind of something like that, maybe. Maybe.
Yep, you're getting there. And then I like the way you use the Atlas bipod. You know, instead of traditionally have it all the way down, you need it a little bit lower. You kicked them out to the front. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, kind of a little cheat where I know it's adjustable, but make it even lower than what
Right.
it normally would be. So this is 0.7?
250 would be a 0.7. That's right.
Okay. All right.
And you've set up good as well, getting into the rock instead of having your body too far back. Use the bags to help out and get that little extra support.
Yeah.
I think we can make it a little bit better.
Okay.
Instead of the bags, maybe using a pack, because it's a big area that we need to fill, right?
Right.
So taking a pack or something like this, people
Okay.
use all different things. There you go. See
kinda
if
lean
that's,
it
yeah,
this
see
way.
if this is too high. And if we need to, we can actually flip the bag around.
Actually, that is a little bit better. Yeah, just a little bit more area that you're laying on.
The sacrifice is always stability versus time. Do you have more time or do you need more stability?
Yeah.
You can continue to build your position better and better and better. Just depends how much time do you have and is the reticle movement acceptable or not.
It seems like people are always worried about supporting the front of the gun, but it feels like you get so much stability focusing on the back here.
Right, it's just another component not to leave out.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Okay. Nice, how'd that feel?
It felt solid. I could see my shot in the scope. Didn't
Right.
move. You know, little left.
Okay, perfect. You saw it. Why don't we go and make a correction? So hold the right edge. We feel the wind that's out
Okay.
here today, a little bit from right to left.
All right.
Okay. Oh, that helps, right? You feel that?
Yeah. There we
That's
go. Nice.
Yep, and that's good. Being able to see your impact, make a quick correction, and follow up is important.
Well, and having somebody who can call the wind for you is helpful.
It is.
All right, so what's the next one here?
All right, so moving down to this position, and you're gonna see it's just a little bit lower.
Yep.
You're not gonna be standing off of this. So
No.
it's
All
either
right.
gonna be a seated position or perhaps a kneeling position.
All right. And we're going for the green, right?
We're gonna go for a green target that's at 200 yards.
Thinking I might want to do something
Awesome.
like this.
And that's a great way to use the bipod. Both legs don't have to be configured the same. And all of this natural terrain like this, you're gonna have to just make the rifle fit here, the terrain, just like you did.
So I think I'm starting to learn something here. I'm going to need a pack.
There you go.
I get too much area
Yeah,
here.
and you've got a choice. You could use it here or you could use it here. We'll try it
Yeah.
where you, like here maybe first,
Yeah,
something in that fashion.
something like that.
So a 0.4 for this shot. And I believe it just barely clears this tree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it. I'm looking through
Okay.
some grass.
Yeah, there's a little bit of vegetation out there, not much.
It feels pretty solid. I mean, what do you think?
I think it's a 200-yard shot. I bet your wobble is well within that plate. It's
Yeah.
there, but it's very minimal. Concentrating on your trigger control,
Okay.
right? Sometimes when you have that reticle movement and you don't like it, you try to time the shot and then jerk the trigger right as it crosses the center. Just try to fight that urge and just continuous, good, solid squeeze all the way through.
All right.
Boom, that works.
Nice. Yeah, it's amazing when you get set up the right way how solid you feel. And then it's just about maybe pressing the trigger the right way and if you got to deal with some wind, deal with some wind. But there's no wobble once you get set up the right way.
Right. Or it'll be minimal, right?
Yeah, minimal.
Minimal to acceptable, depending on the distance.
All right,
Let's try another spot. All right, so first things first. We've got the distance to the target. It's 460.
Okay.
Right? 460. I've got our dope here. 2.3.
All right.
2.3 mils. All right, good. Now, we're going to try to find some left elbow support for you. So see if you can aim in at the target, and let's see if the front of the gun is high enough, like you want it.
Okay. Not really.
Okay, so you need it a little bit more. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the height. We need some support here.
Right.
I can do two things. Sometimes I support under the knee. You can leave it in the same spot you had it. And then sometimes under the elbow and sometimes both. I've only got one backpack. If we were hunting together, say, I might use my backpack and then yours here. But there's a big rock. Just gonna use my environment.
Okay.
All right, now you're gonna see that you can rest your knee on that.
Yeah.
Gives you some muscle relaxation. You still have a gap.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
And you just have to be creative, look around you, see what you have to work with.
Wow. Okay. Cool. That feels pretty good.
Okay, there's one other thing that I can do if you think you need some more stability.
Okay.
You tell me, is the reticle movement acceptable?
It feels pretty good, but I mean, on a shot this far, I want
Okay.
to get every.
I'll bet you have tension. When you lean forward and look through the gun, you probably feel that usually people have tension right here in their back.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so if you had the opportunity to lean against a rock, a wall, or something like that, I would do it. We don't, but you have me. I'm gonna come around the side of you. Okay, and if I'm spotting for you, I'm just gonna lean into your back like this a little bit,
Okay.
and tell me if that feels any better.
Yeah. It just holds you in position. You're not having to fight it.
Right? Cool.
All right. Give it a shot.
All right. So you do still have a little bit of right to left wind. About a 0.3, looks like about a 0.3 right I would hold, which would be pretty much the right edge.
Okay.
And I think that was a touch left, yes?
Yeah, it looked like he was just maybe over it, maybe a little left.
Okay.
Try another one.
Sure. Just off of the right edge.
Okay.
Get my arm set right for you. Good. And you see your impacts well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
But
That's
this
what
is
you want to do.
This is a crazy, you go, once you get there, it's so solid. Again, just kind of building that base, right?
Right. This is just addition. When you got multiple bags, the more things you stack up, the more wobbly, of course, the less stable it's going to be.
Right.
But that's what we needed to do. It got us the right height. We supported the back of the gun.
That's cool.
That's a good deal. All right, we've got a few more spots like that I can show you.
All right, let's try it out. Dave, what do we got here?
Okay, so it's not a standing, maybe sitting, kneeling position.
Off this rock.
Off of this rock, we're going to be downrange looking for a yellow first and then an orange target.
Okay.
All right, the yellow is on this upper Jeep trail. Okay. We encountered it earlier. Let me give you a range to that and we'll set it.
Try to see if I can use some bipod.
Okay, so 450. Let's see what we got. Yep, 2.3. Well, it could work.
Let's take a look here.
All right, I already noticed how it's sort of slipping forward on you, and I got an idea how you can load the bipod. Let's flip those legs towards you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's do them this way. Now, let's see if they'll get in there and purchase that rock. It may or it may not. I'll just give it a try.
Yeah, and I think it actually helps it get a little bit lower too.
Yeah, let's see what you're needing there.
Yeah?
Give you something to push into.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Wow, that works.
Okay, and we're immediately seeing those same issues that arise. I'm looking for a spot to, to secure, your elbow. All right. And then I don't know, how's your elbow on that side? Is it digging into that rock? Is it painful at all? If it is, you can throw
It's
that
all
pack
right, but
that
it's
under
probably
it,
better with a bag.
'cause we don't need it. You can use it over there if you need to.
Yeah.
I know this pack will probably work in here in some way. You turn it how it feels comfortable for you.
And we're looking for the yellows?
Yes. They're just on that upper Jeep trail.
Okay. Okay, yep.
Okay, just over the top. Now I haven't really trued this gun out. We're just using it for the first time today. So we're gonna come down a 0.3 on elevation.
0.3.
Yeah, 3 clicks down and I bet you're gonna be dead center. Okay. Nice. How'd that feel?
It felt really solid. I would say, you know, it's interesting going through these different positions, you know, takeaways. You talked about acceptable reticle movement.
Sure.
Where, yeah, there is maybe some movement, but as much as we can minimize it, and if it's just a little bit on the target, you feel pretty good about that.
That's it. And then it depends on how much time you have, right?
Right.
Do you need more stability? How much time do I have, you know, to make the shot?
Yeah. And then just building your base. I mean, using what's around you, your pack, you know, have a bag with you, even using a rock.
Yeah.
And looking at kind of how you set up and try to maybe, I guess it's a little bit like you said, thinking outside the box, because people walk up and set the gun on and then they're standing out in the open, but it's not just the front of the gun that has to be supported, it's the back of the gun and everything that's holding on to it, your arms and everything.
Yeah, be proactive. If you're on a hunt or you're on a PRS course, you're looking through the whole course of fire if it's a competition, and you already have in your mind, I'm gonna place the front of the gun here and this is how I'm gonna support the back. Before you even get there, if you're on a hunt, it's the same thing. A lot of times I'm planning my route via which way I'm gonna be or what I can shoot off of.
Yeah, you're looking at
If I can't
this.
shoot off of that anywhere over here, then why am I gonna take that route? But I got a tree, a stump, a rock,
Okay.
and I'm already thinking if I see the animal at a given time, I'm going right to that rock or right to that tree. And I know how I'm gonna set up.
Planning out where your rest is gonna
Yeah,
be.
absolutely.
That's great. This is a fun exercise, great way to learn some stuff, but also a great test and exercise for this Ruger Custom Shop RPR.